5 seconds to go. Start. There is no appeal by the state against the judgment of acquittal by the Sessions Court. Stop. However, Mrs. Manjula PW6 preferred an appeal to the High Court, being Criminal Appeal number 335 of 2013. Stop. As stated earlier, the High Court reversed the judgment of the Principal Sessions Judge and convicted the appellant under sections 16 and 17 of the Act and sentenced him to undergo rigorous imprisonment for a period of 3 years, and also directed him to pay compensation of rupees 50,000 to each of the victims. Stop. Para. The High Court came to the conclusion that there is sufficient evidence that bonded laborers were working at the rice mill, and also that, they have been denied their due wages. Stop. The High Court also concluded that the bonded laborers were ill-treated and prohibited from seeking alternative employment by use of force. Stop. As regards the contention of the appellant that he is not connected with the running of the mill, the High Court rejected this submission and held as under, para. On a reading the evidence of PWs 1 to 6, they have clearly stated that they were working as bonded laborers in the first respondent rice mill. Stop. Though the first respondent denied that he is not owner of the mill and he is no way connected with the said mill and the mill is not under his management, but the evidence of PWs 1 to 6 clearly shows that they were working in the rice mill belonged to the first respondent. Stop. The name of the rice mill itself shows that Messrs. Selvakumar rice mill. Stop. He has not denied the fact that he is not son of A1, and he admitted the name of the mill that it is Messrs. Selvakumar rice mill. Stop. Para. Shri M.N. Rao, learned senior counsel assisted by Miss Promila, advocate, and Shri S. Thananjayan, AOR, submitted that the High Court simply presumed that the appellant was the employer and that he was in control of the workmen. Stop. He further submitted that there is no evidence establishing that the appellant had compelled any person to render any bonded labor. Stop. He has taken us through the evidences of witnesses, including that of the investigation officer and the district revenue officer. Stop. Para. We have heard Shri Aristotle, standing counsel for the state of Tamil Nadu, as well as Shri Sundar Singh, advocate, appearing on behalf of respondent number 1. Stop. Para. The only question for consideration is whether there was any involvement of the appellant in the commission of the offences under sections 16 and 17 of the Act. Stop. Para. Whoever, after the commencement of this Act, compels any person to render any bonded labor shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, and also with fine which may extend to 2,000 rupees. Stop. Para. Whoever advances, after the commencement of this Act, any bonded debt shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, and also with fine which may extend to 2,000 rupees. Stop. Para. For retracting the provisions of section 16 of the Act, the prosecution must establish that an accused has forced and compelled the victim to render bonded labor. Stop. This force and compulsion must be at the instance of the accused, and the prosecution must establish the same beyond reasonable doubt. Stop. Similarly, under section 17 of the Act, there is an obligation on the prosecution to establish that the accused has advanced a bonded debt to the victim. Stop.